Hey there, I'm Patrick Franco. Let's look at Virabhadrasana III, Warrior III pose. And we know at this point that all the warrior poses are strong and dynamic. And Warrior III fits the bill. It's a standing balance. It's a standing balance that the pelvis is closed, meaning that you have less spaciousness to work with. And so, as with all warrior poses, there's a strengthening component, but there's also a stretching component as well. So specifically, Warrior III stretches the leg that is lifted, the inner thigh, the inner groins, the back of the leg. It also stretches the torso, the abdomen, and the armpits and the arms. It does also strengthen the bottom standing leg because you're not balancing on two legs, you're balancing on one leg, so that the foot, the ankle, the quadricep of that standing balancing leg is really working, as well as the hip stabilizing muscles, the glutes, the outer hips. And then in order to keep the torso parallel to the floor upright, the abdominal muscles, the spinal muscles, the arm muscles, the shoulders, the back are all strengthening in order to maintain this very strong, challenging standing balance pose. So let's go ahead and look at Warrior III. I'm going to start with my feet hip distance wide. Now, there's a couple of standing balances in which the transition from one pose to the next is seamless because the alignment from one pose to the other is very similar. One of them that we look at is triangle pose to half moon pose. The alignment is seamless and you go from 2 feet on the floor to 1 foot. The same thing happens with Warrior III. And the transition from Warrior I to Warrior III is a classic one because the alignment is virtually the same. The transition is nice and smooth, and you can focus on maintaining the balance when you have a smoother transition from one pose to the next. So we're going to start in Warrior I. The front leg is going to turn out. The back leg is going to spiral all the way in. My heel lifts, so I replant it down. And then I straighten both legs, lift the arms all the way up, alongside the ears to get the chest lifted. From here, I will bend my front leg to Warrior I. Now, I'm basically taking this shape and I'm making it parallel to the floor. So I lay my chest on my thighs, the arms still extend, and then I transition from 2 legs to 1. So I shift, and then I press my bottom heel down, I lift my back leg up, and my arms forward, and my chest forward. And then back again, Warrior I, and then up we come. Warrior III. It's a pose that if you really want to maintain the integrity of the shape, you touch it and then you transition out because it is so much work on those hip stabilizing muscles in order to extend the back leg, extend the trunk while you're parallel to the floor. And not to mention, the arms are also fully extended. So what can we do if we're struggling with doing this full version? And to be honest with you, many students have a hard time keeping the arms extended alongside the ears because the weight of the arms pulls the torso down. So one thing we can do is alter the position of the arms where they're closer to the body. And if we're more compact, well, then it's easier to lengthen out. So sometimes we bring the hands to Namaskar, sometimes we bring the arms alongside the body. Let's quickly look at what that might look like. So same idea, Warrior I, transition. Now instead of keeping the arms extended, I can simply bring my hands to my chest, and this will make the pose a little bit easier to find extension. I shift forward, I press my bottom foot down, I extend my leg back, and now I just have the weight of my torso, not my torso and my arms. So that's a great alternative if you're struggling with the extension of the arms. One other great alternative is to use blocks. And I have 2 blocks here. So it's not just the weight bearing on the one leg. I'll have the support of my hands as well. And the support of my hands helps keep my chest up instead of just using my abdominal muscles, my back muscles to do that until we're ready to do it, okay? So let's use the blocks. We'll start the same, front leg out, back leg spirals, arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Now, instead of coming parallel to the floor, I can bring my hands to the blocks. My chest still pulls forward. I shift from 2 legs to 1. My back foot becomes light. I might have to adjust the blocks a little forward. And then I press my right heel down to straighten my bottom leg. My back leg extends fully back, the inner thigh lifting. And then I can use these hands on the blocks under my shoulders to keep my chest lifted, and then pull my chest away from my back leg. And then back to Warrior 1 and up. The use of the blocks is a great tool when you're first starting to learn Warrior 3 because the weight of the arms is significant, and if you're not ready, it could put undue weight bearing on the lumbar spine, which might not feel great. So we have a few options to work on this Warrior 3, classic version, very challenging pose, an addition or an alteration of the arm position, or even using a couple blocks. All right, there you have it, Warrior 3. We'll see you on the mat next time.